Coming up on 6:37, and a shocking discovery out of York County. Deputies say they seized enough fentanyl to kill every person living in York County. The sheriff's office seized more than 30,000 grams of fentanyl as part of a drug bust. They also found thousands of grams of cocaine, hundreds of grams of meth and marijuana, along with 4 different firearms. The sheriff's office says that this was a year-long investigation that resulted in the arrest of 6 people. And they're just thankful to have this deadly drug off the streets now.